from the Blitz Creek Studio.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another beautiful episode of the Sideline Podcast, episode 18. We are joined once again after 2 weeks of being...
Way to ruin the intro.
I know. I don't even know what that was.
It was a water bottle. Oh. Yeah. That's what happens after 2 weeks.
That's
you
what-
forget what you're doing over here.
Yeah, you get out of your flow state.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Chris.
What's up, everyone?
You should be saying welcome back to me. I'm in your home.
What does that mean, though? This is our studio, dude. I don't...
Yeah, but like it's your home. Like
I know,
you
but
allowed
like,
this to happen.
I know, but...
So I'm forever grateful for you.
Thanks, dude. You've never said anything that nice to me ever before in your whole life, and I've known you your whole fucking life. And how old are you? That's a long time without saying anything nice to me
I
ever.
turned 21 in a couple months.
Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, thank you guys. We are back, episode 18, the Sideline Podcast. I don't know why Adam decides to make these things very awkward.
What do you mean?
Like he's just like he started just being sentimental out of nowhere. Like I was making beats now, and he was just shitting on every single beat I made. And then we turned on the camera, and he's like,
"Oh, thank you for letting me be here. I'm so grateful for you. Like, I'm gonna suck your dick." Like,
I was like, what? Where did this come from?
I'm not trying to make things
Oh my
awkward.
God.
You're an awkward person. It's okay. I'm an awkward
I'm
person
an awkward
too.
person.
I'm an awkward
Me.
person too. Like I feel
Me.
like, you know what? I feel like we're the
I'm
same.
not awkward.
I feel like we're the same when it comes to like compliments, because every time I compliment you, you get awkward. It's like I'm the same way. Like when people compliment me, I get awkward.
You've never complimented me before.
But that's the thing, is when I do, which I've done it like twice now, you're like, oh.
'Cause
Like
it's-
it catches you off guard, and
yeah,
then
and
you're
I'm like, is this the real Adam?
yeah, but then you're like, oh, now it's awkward. Like it's not awkward. It's just
Okay, well, try it again. Tell me something else nice.
I like your bucket hat.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Welcome back to the Sideline Podcast, everybody. Chris, you
already know.
actually before you cracked that, you blessed me with something.
I did bless you with something, but hold on, let me crack this before. This is called the celebratory beer, guys. It's a tradition unlike any other, and it sounds like this.
Beautiful.
Cheers to y'all. Cheers to everybody for liking, following, supporting the podcast. We took a 2 week hiatus, but it was a much needed hiatus as we prepare for the long road ahead to the NFL preseason, and we will say goodbye to the NBA regular season and postseason, and we will start talking some NBA free agency. But cheers, yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Adam, once again.
Of course.
I'm gonna indulge.
Yeah. So you blessed me with this Sprite tea combination. Can you tell me a little bit about what enticed you to grab something like this off the shelf?
I don't know, dude. I've always been a Sprite fan. Like Sprite's one of like top 5 brands in America. Sprite. You know what I mean? Because
Like
they're
out of everything?
Yeah, out of
like
everything.
Not even just drinks?
Yeah, no,
That's
just
wicked.
brands.
So
Like,
like,
you know what
okay,
I mean?
I know Apple's up there for you. Like,
yeah,
you're
for
you're
sure.
a big Apple guy.
Apple,
Sprite, and Xbox.
Sprite,
Bud Light.
Anheuser-Busch. Yeah. Top 4 real fast right there.
And then the UTEP miners. That's
UTEP
Chris.
miners, yeah, shout
That's
out.
Chris summed up in 5 words.
Anyways, I don't know. I like Sprite because they're always like trying new flavors with shit. And like Sprite lemonade was really good, but
that
this
was
is Sprite
clean.
tea.
You know what?
And,
I'm a big fan of Arnold Palmer. So
dude, I love an Arnold.
if this is
Arnold
anything
Palmer.
remotely close to a good Arnold Palmer, you definitely put me on.
I just really like the fact that you can taste the tea in it. And that's all I'm saying. And it's really good too, especially when they're cold. It's like,
You know what? I can't taste the tea.
dude, you can taste the tea.
I swear to God,
swear to
I can't.
God
I can
you can.
smell the tea. I can't taste it.
God, you're so fucking.
It's got to be like a scent thing. All I taste is Sprite.
No, you're
All
high.
I taste is Sprite.
He's high, folks.
Swear to God.
He even smoke and he's high. But yeah, no, those are good. I found those at the store, and
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of disappointed.
well, yeah, because I don't know what's wrong with you. It tastes like tea.
I swear to God, I taste nothing but Sprite. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like I was expecting an Arnold Palmer.
You just said
flavor.
you're disappointed. That means it's bad.
No, it's
you
not.
can't be like disappointed and be like, but it's good
No, because
though.
I'm never gonna be disappointed by a good Sprite. You know, like
You just were. You literally just said.
I'm never gonna say it's bad, but like I'm
God.
disappointed. There's a difference. It's like when you're disappointed in someone, but they didn't technically do anything bad. They just disappointed you.
I'll be right back.
You know, like when KD joined the Warriors.
I'll be right back. I got something else.
Oh my God, he's taking a quick trip to the kitchen because he's gonna grab me something else. How much you want to bet it's gonna be one of those Baja Blasts in the can? I bet you anything that's what it's gonna be, or it's gonna be some Sprite concoction of something else where it's gonna be like, do you have the lemonade one where I have to mix the Sprite tea and the Sprite lemonade to make a Sprite Arnold Palmer? Is that what it's gonna be? Oh my God, you're hiding it from the camera?
I got him something.
All right, what is it?
And $10 says, guys, that he's going to be really disrespectful about this too. And very ungrateful, by the way.
I'm not ungrateful. What is that?
Here's another one.
A Sprite Chill?
Sprite
Cherry
Chill.
Lime. Okay, see, I do like me a good like cherry limeade from Sonic.
Okay, well, try that. And I guarantee you're going to have something negative to say. I guarantee you. I already know.
Oh, fuck yeah. That was clean.
Dude, I just have all these Sprites laying around. Like, what's going on?
Dude, I know.
You got bad different types of Sprites here. 7 different types of Sprites.
See, that tastes like what I thought it was going to taste
That one was
like.
good.
This is good. And, like, don't get me wrong. This isn't bad.
Shout
it
out
just
to
tastes
Sprite.
like Sprite, though. Yeah, shout out Sprite. And I got 2 cans of Sprite.
Yeah,
front of
you
me.
better drink those.
I will.
God. Anyway,
What
shout
if
out
I
to
mix
Sprite.
them?
I mean, you can. I'm not telling you to, but you could.
I'm going to take it.
It's because the Sprite tea one, dude, is meant to be subtle. You're not supposed to be like overwhelmed with tea. Like it's still a Sprite first.
I still don't taste tea.
God damn it, dude.
This one, I taste the cherry limeade. This one, I do not.
Yeah,
taste.
dude, I love Sprite, by the way. Sprite, if you're watching.
I'm just double fisted.
Double fisted Sprite? Good God. On a Sunday? On the Lord's
Sunday
Day?
afternoon.
Jesus. Good God in heaven.
Man, you should get this picture in a frame right here. That
Just fucking Sprite it out, dude.
raw dogging fisting.
I like
double
it, though.
fisting.
It's pretty cool, though. I mean, honestly,
Sorry.
like, you didn't expect me to bring those out today, and
I didn't expect it at
I
all.
literally just slapped you in the face with those.
You really did. I was sidetracked completely.
Yeah. So what are we doing here, dude? What's this podcast about?
You know, we just talk a little bit sports every now and then.
Sports.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
You know, it's when you grab
Soccer?
balls in your hands and
Jesus, that's a sport? I didn't know that.
Hey, man,
I didn't know
anything's a
that many
sport
girls
nowadays.
played sports.
Hey, OnlyFans is a real site, man. I'm just saying.
Jesus Christ.
Would you ever start an OnlyFans, Chris?
If I had something to start an OnlyFans for.
Well, like, why not start an OnlyFans? I'm sure you've got stuff to
Like what?
show.
Like what? What can I show? You tell me.
Your ball handling skills, you
My
know?
ball handling skills. I don't think I'm that good at handling balls that people would want to pay.
Yeah,
See,
you said
no.
you said you'd
I can play some basketball though.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, dude, go Philby played pick up at the rec, getting worked by like a 12-year-old.
You just
No,
fucking
thanks.
fall flat on your face.
Yeah, no thanks.
Oh my god.
good.
Well, we had the Oklahoma City Thunder take home
Oh,
their
okay.
first title.
Transition. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's so.
That felt like it was
a
a week ago already. It was
mean-
actually. Was it?
yeah, it was a week
pretty
ago,
much.
last Sunday.
It was on last Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, so the reason that our schedule has been a little wonky is because of these finals. Specifically, every day that we really wanted to record an episode, it was always on a day that the game would come out. So my whole thought process was, why would we record Saturday and then the games end on Sunday, and then we're not going to record another episode Sunday because we only do once a week. We don't have that kind of time to do 5 episodes a week.
That'd be wild.
It'd be fun though if we could do that full time, but it would be wild, definitely.
That's a lot of recording too. You don't even realize.
Oh, absolutely. And then like the editing that goes into everything. So shout out people who do that full time because it's a lot of work. It really is. It goes underappreciated.
So, okay, so Indiana lost, right?
Yes.
Ultimately. So I was wrong there. I'll take
We were
the L.
we were both wrong. I'll
Yeah, but
take
I
that
feel
L
like
with
you were just like, you weren't really like, I was like sold out for the Pacers. Like we had this light going on over here.
Yeah, but I said that the East was going to win it all no matter
Yeah,
who.
but I feel like
Whether it was the Cavs that went, whether it was the Knicks that went, whether it was the Pacers that went, or the Bucks. Like I had full.
Yeah, but you weren't like invested in the Pacers. You were just invested in the team from the East. I
Right.
was invested in the Pacers.
Right.
So much so that I started a new season in 2K with the Pacers, by the way.
Shout out.
But it kind of sucks because like it was just so
I actually started one with the
anticlimactic.
Knicks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it definitely was just
Like
because
like all that for Halliburton just to get hurt
Yes.
while he was having a good game, by the way.
and don't get me wrong, like the series as a whole was not anticlimactic whatsoever because we did go to
just
7
the
games.
just the way that it ended though, because you get to
Right,
game 7 and then
exactly.
boom, right then and there, boom.
Exactly. I mean, he was on pace for already a monstrous game. He
Yeah.
was already on pace for 40 points just halfway through the first quarter.
Right,
So
and that's what I'm saying is that like it had all the makings of
right.
being like a legendary game 7.
Yeah, and
Two good teams going at
the
it.
final box score will show that they only lost by 12, but in reality, they lost by way more just
Yeah,
because those last couple minutes when all the bench players come on and both teams have waved the white flag and they already know the outcome of the game, it gets a little bit closer. So they really ended up losing
They
by
took
like
the air
25.
out of the building right away with the Halliburton injury.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody felt it. Even Oklahoma City fans felt it. Like, I have an Oklahoma City fan friend, and even he was like, hey, he watches the show.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Even he was like,
all jokes.
yeah, even he was like, no, yeah, like it definitely sucks. Like maybe it would have been a different kind of game. He
Yeah, it would. Of course it would have
He
been.
still believes OKC would have won. I still think that the Pacers would have taken it if Hallie was
We'll never know.
available. Yeah, like I said,
I mean,
we'll
it just
literally
sucks
never
because
know.
like, let's say that he had no points at that point. That's one thing, right?
Right.
But he was
had,
already
like,
cooking,
9 points.
and I felt like the Halliburton game was incoming. And if he stays healthy, I'm not going to say that the Pacers win, but that game is way more competitive, and
Agreed.
it's probably one of the better game 7s that we would have had the chance to watch. But
Oh yeah, absolutely.
this kind of shows you though, like how the playoffs can be finicky in a way, because if you think about it, I mean, you had this champion, right? The Thunder,
Right.
first time champion, by the way. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to the MVP, SGA. Congratulations to Caruso, the unk of all people.
The hunk of the team.
Sounds about white.
Oh, the average age of this team was like just under 26 years old.
Right,
which is
right.
It was the youngest team to win a title.
But what I'm getting at is that like you had injuries to Dame, you had injuries to Tatum, you had injuries to Halliburton, you had injuries to Curry, you had a LeBron and Luka exit in the first round.
And LeBron was hurt in that series with his
right,
knee, if
and
you
so
remember.
like it's almost like, can you put an asterisk on this, because it's like these guys really didn't play the best of the best.
You know what,
and I mean,
though?
you can only play who's in front of you, but I mean, like this playoff, like really.
It's
in
really,
general, they lacked a lot of the superstars that the NBA has to offer, and it kind of sucks.
It's really hard to say just because, like, you can say, or a lot of people said, oh, Oklahoma City got their Mickey Mouse ring, and oh, they didn't even play good teams. They still played good teams at the end.
Well, I
of the
mean,
day.
they still
Like,
had
don't get that-
the
and they
number
still
one
had the number
overall
one
seed. So I mean, it's
Exactly.
not that they were a bad team,
And
but
I think
like
that's what people are forgetting is you had the number one overall seed. Throughout the entire NBA, they had the
Yeah.
best record. You have the MVP. You have the scoring leader on that team. Like everybody that played on that team played a role in SGA getting his MVP and getting his scoring title, because without Chet or without J-Dub to take that defensive cluster off of SGA, he's not able to do that.
yeah.
So,
But how more impressive does this look if they play the Warriors at some point, beat them, right, and then play Boston in the final with Tatum healthy?
you really
know what I
think
mean?
that? Okay, but
Like,
see,
I
here's
just
the
think it
thing
looks
is, like,
more impressive.
Boston had Tatum healthy for 2 or 3 games, and they lost, or they had him healthy for 3.5 games, right? Because I think he tore it in game 4
Right.
against the Knicks. The first 2 games, the Knicks won in Boston. So do you really think that Boston goes to the championship?
I mean, they could. I mean, I'm not saying the Warriors would also win the series that they lost, right?
You don't know if
but
they
I'm just
even beat
saying,
the Wolves.
the Wolves. That was the team that beat them. But like, I'm just saying, if they had those matchups, like the championship looks different for
Agreed.
OKC
And I mean, you
compared
can
to them
say that
just
about-
beating Halliburton. Well, the Pacers without Halliburton in Game 7. It just looks like from the outside looking in, you're just like, wait, there was no Curry, no LeBron.
See, that's the thing, though. Is
no
you can
Tatum,
say that
no
about
Luka.
any single year, any single team, any single championship, whatever it may be.
Right, but like it means more for this year because you have a team win their first ever championship.
Well,
and it's
either
like, how
one
do
of
we
these
know?
teams would have won their first championship.
Either way, but like for sure, like if Tatum's healthy, I don't think Indy gets to the finals.
I just think that the Thunder had the bad end of the stick in this entire series, just because if they win, it's, oh, they were overrated. Oh, SGA's the free throw merchant. Oh, they had a Mickey Mouse ring. But if they lose, then it's like, oh, look at you. You had the MVP. You're overrated. What are you even doing here? Like, do you even belong here?
Oh,
so
well,
it's like,
I mean, no, if they lose, it goes down to like, do you blow this up?
right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So it's like they
Like,
have the
right
bad
away,
end of the
you're
stick
like, what?
because you win and people don't like you.
Yeah.
You lose,
I don't know.
people still don't like you.
I'm just thinking about like the lack of the star power that was in like the final four of the NBA this year. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I kind of think that there was still a lot of star power. I mean, Anthony Edwards, I'm not the biggest on fan-wise, but he is still a very talented player.
Yeah, but
so
looking
he
back,
was
you're
there.
like, damn, the Timberwolves? Like that was who was going
They're
to
not
beat?
even a bad team.
No,
though.
I
Like,
know,
you have
but like
Rudy
they were
Gobert,
going to
you
beat
have
the
Nas
fucking
Reed.
Thunder? No. Like,
No,
you know what I
no.
mean?
I mean, if anyone were to have beat the Thunder to go to the championship game, it would have been the Warriors or the Lakers.
Or the Lakers, yeah.
I mean, Denver took them to 7 too, though. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
but I
like,
mean-
you had Denver take you to 7, and you had the Pacers take you to 7. I just kind of think that the Thunder could have won more convincingly in these series because they were taken to 7 when they really shouldn't have been. They were an extremely dominant defense that we had seen in decades, literal decades. Like, it's a historic run from this defense. On top of that, you have the MVP, you have the Finals MVP, and you have the scoring title leader in SGA. And they were taken to Game 7 by who? Halliburton and Siakam? Like, nobody even expected them to make the conference finals.
No,
and
yeah,
here
of
you are
course.
going to Game 7 against them.
Yeah. And I don't know.
It's
It's just
kinda like-
something interesting to think about. That's
Like,
all
you
I'm
could
saying.
have, and I think there's a lot of credit to their head coach, Rick Carlisle, that took this. He took that 2011-2012 Mavericks team to the finals and beat a lot of good teams on the way, and then beat LeBron, Bosh, and D Wade in Miami to win that title. And that's the only title that Dallas has ever won. So I think Carlisle has experience to go in shorthanded and be the underdog and be able to come out triumphant. And
Well, I mean, it's not that he was short-handed. It's just that he doesn't get the best hand dealt.
well, it's
to
like
him.
we had talked about this at large before we even got to the finals. Is like we both said, okay, like who's the worst two left? And you even said, like,
I said it was Siakam.
Exactly.
And I look like an idiot.
Right. And then I'm over here like, I don't even like Halliburton. So it's like, I don't like Halliburton. You don't like Siakam. And we're both over here saying that the Pacers don't even make the finals, that the Knicks make it over them. And here we are talking about how they took the Thunder, who were supposed to be the most dominant team in the league, to 7 games in the finals.
I still would have liked to see Indiana win. I thought that would have been
I
cool.
completely agree. I think they would have won. Like, that is
But
my
okay,
true
so
belief,
now,
is that they win if
you
Halliburton
know what's funny
available.
is like that now is like the Pacers could come back and be like a 6 seed next year.
No,
And go
absolutely,
and go out in
absolutely.
the first round.
I don't see them getting any postseason success next year.
I know, but why are we saying that? We're just hating. Like, well,
No, but,
obviously,
like, that's the thing. Like,
Hallie's
okay,
going to be hurt.
Halliburton's-
He's going to miss a lot of time. We
He's
don't know
done
what's
until
gonna
if he
happen.
comes back, it'll be like right.
Yeah,
for
but
the
isn't that
playoffs.
crazy? How quick our perspective changes just
No,
like
it
that.
changes extremely quick.
Like where they're like it's like somebody like asks you like who's going to be in the playoffs next year. A lot of us are like, well, maybe Indiana. I don't know.
maybe
They might not even be
it's
there.
just
If they
somebody
went
who
from
doesn't watch
conference
basketball.
finals
They're
to-
all like, "Well, weren't they just in the finals?" Like,
yeah, but
you know,
I mean,
like they're not even a.
like I said, it was finicky this year.
After Halliburton, I mean, I don't even think they're a projected top 6 seed next year. Like, I think they're play-in.
I guess
at
it just
best.
depends who gets better, but I mean, like Tatum's not going to be available in Boston. Giannis
Dame
might
isn't
not
gonna
even. Giannis might not even be in
You
the
know,
East.
you know what I did see is
You know what I
okay.
mean?
So,
Okay, so just final thoughts really fast on the finals, and then we'll
Yeah.
move on to free agency because there's already a lot of things.
okay.
that are
So
happening.
my final thought is I already said it twice, but I'm going to say it again. Is if Halliburton does not go down in this game, the Pacers win the championship.
Okay,
that's
bold.
That's my bold statement. I will die on that hill because I firmly believe that just taking them to Game 7 alone was extremely
And
like.
now we just sound like OKC haters because I'm going to say that
No, they were a very good team.
No,
Don't
I
get me
know.
wrong. Like, I'm not
But I mean,
saying
also,
that,
like, what? Like, we're not gonna just come on here and just blow smoke up their ass. So
no. Like, I give full credit to them for winning the championship. They were still the best team through and through. They didn't lose throughout the playoffs. Like, obviously, they made the finals, and then they won the entire thing. So it still takes talent to do that, and it takes a lot of. Just consistency. Like, they were the most consistent team throughout the entire season. You had the best record, and then you go into the playoffs, you smoke everyone, and then you go into the finals and you win it all. And then that's it. You can't do anything about it anymore. Like, you can't turn the clock back. So everyone says that it's a Mickey Mouse run. I don't think it's a Mickey Mouse run. I still think that they were the best team, but with Halliburton, if he's healthy, I still think they win. I know it sounds contradicting, but that's my firm belief.
Well, I do think it kind of is a easier run because I mean they played Memphis, right? It's fucking Memphis. They play the Nuggets.
I mean, they were gonna get past Memphis, like,
right? But they play the Nuggets, and the Nuggets were not the best version of themselves, and they had fired their coach.
They even had to hurt Aaron Gordon too.
Yeah, so I mean that's like okay, and then at the very end in the Western Conference Finals, it's like it's the fucking Timberwolves, the Thunderwolves, if you would.
It's the Thunderwolves.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like anybody in the West should have to go through LeBron or Steph or even James Harden and Kawhi, and they didn't have to go through any of that. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I can get behind that.
Like that's like the road less traveled is playing like if you were to tell somebody that you would win the West without playing LeBron, Harden, or Steph, like that's crazy. Like, what do you mean none of those guys are in the way? Like, what? How does
Those
that
are
happen?
some of your best players in the West.
Yeah,
like,
those
not
are,
to mention Devin Booker and KD and the Suns.
And I'm not saying those are the best teams, but those are like those guys show up in the playoffs.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's all I'm saying. That's all. That's it. Is that if somebody told you that the Thunder would win the West without playing those three guys at all, not even one game, then you'd kind of be like, well, you're tripping. But that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's how it shaked out. So like they got a good roll of the dice. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Those are your final thoughts?
Dub Nation, stand up.
Oh my God.
Alex Caruso sounds about right.
Dude, Alex Caruso.
He gonna get a bag, boy.
And Drew Holiday are two of like some of the only players in the league with multiple rings. Did you know that?
He gonna get a bag. Well, I mean, what do you
crazy.
mean? There's a few players with multiple rings.
I said some. Okay, you have Curry, LeBron, obviously.
Klay Thompson.
Clay, Draymond.
Well, yeah, but you can't just name the same guys from that one
I guess
team.
you're right. Okay,
but,
so you got to take one from the team then. So it's Curry, Clay, because he's on the Mavs.
Right.
LeBron. AD doesn't have multiple. LeBron.
Well, multiple's
Drew,
hard.
Exactly.
Multiple's very hard.
Drew has it with 2.
But I mean, at the same time, you could say that these guys having more than 2 is even a bigger fucking takeaway.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm like, once you hit 2, like that's still a big accomplishment.
Yeah, but you could just go to the same. You could go to the right team at the right time and just end up with 2.
It's happened before.
You know what I mean? But like 3 or 4, that's like, oh, okay, that's like a.
And then with the same
era.
team too, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, because think about it, like in the NBA, it's not like we have the same team winning the championship over and over and over and over and over
this
again.
This is the 7th year where we have had a different champion.
Yeah, so it's very unlikely that you're gonna win multiple fucking rings when you're not the star player too. And then not only that, the roster turnover in the NBA is crazy, and we're already seeing that. And we barely had the draft, like 2 nights ago?
3 days ago. Oh, well, actually now it's been like 4 days. Thursday, Friday,
yeah,
Saturday.
It felt
Sunday.
like yesterday, honestly. But I mean, just like, I mean, the NBA is like different as a league where like the teams and the rosters move really fast, and you don't have a lot of time for a team to really gel together because they usually blow it up right away.
It almost kind of feels like back then it used to be like, all right, let's draft this player, let's develop him. Nowadays, it's like everybody's in a win now mode.
Yeah, it's like, who can we sign in free agency that's going to make us ready to roll?
And I don't like that. And I think it's just because I'm a big NFL like fan. In the NFL, you don't typically do that. And when you do that, it usually ruins the rest of your franchise for the next 10 years.
But the NFL is different because one player can't have that big of an effect.
Right. I completely agree.
You know what I mean?
But
Like NBA is different.
That's
because
just how I'm like programmed. Is like you get your players at 21, 22, you develop them, and then
Right.
you win with them at like 28,
right. But
29.
the NBA is different because you only start
Right,
5,
right,
and you can go
exactly.
sign one guy that's going to make everybody on your team way better right away.
Right, I completely.
And you don't have to worry about developing. A lot of these
That's
teams.
what I don't like though. Is like,
No, I know, but a
like
lot
to
of these
develop
teams
players.
do develop. Like if you think about
Right,
it.
no, some of them do, but not all of them.
Yeah,
You know,
but-
like there's a lot of trading on draft night.
Yeah, right. But the
And that's a
most
perfect
successful
example of it.
franchises in the NBA have a track record of developing players. Like even the Warriors, right? They
Not the Lakers.
well, I mean, they
As of late, I feel like they just trade people left and right nowadays.
no, but that's LeBron though. That's different. LeBron's team is never going to develop young players.
I guess you're right.
Like no matter where
Happened
he
with
is.
the Cavs, happened with the Heat.
Exactly, but like
Happening with the
you
Lakers.
see, like the Warriors, right? They had like
Right.
Jordan Poole, they have
Warrior-
Kuminga,
yeah.
right? They have like these
Okay, but
younger
Poole they
guys.
shipped off after they won that ring.
No, I know, but they only shipped him off because it was either they choose him or Draymond, and they weren't going to choose him over Draymond.
Yeah, no.
And that was just because of the stupid fight they had. But they did develop another like Jonathan Kuminga, right? And then James Wiseman for them was a huge bust, but they had an opportunity to develop some sort of young core. And they did okay. They didn't just completely abandon it like somebody like
I mean, Clay too. You didn't even mention Clay.
no, I know, but I mean, like I'm saying after Steph, Dre, and Clay, because you could say
right. Yeah.
that they actually developed them three and Kevon
Right,
Looney.
there are a lot of homegrown players.
Right. But like recently, even with the success that they've had winning these titles, they're still kind of developing young players like Jordan Poole, Kuminga, Moses Moody in a way. James Wiseman was a complete bust. He's actually on the Pacers too. He just was hurt this whole time.
All right, well, let's talk
I don't know.
about some younger stars that are coming out of college and high school.
Well, hold
and
on. Let's
whatnot.
talk about KD going to Houston. And
Well, let's talk about the draft first because the draft isn't going to be much, and then we'll get into free agency after that and how it all plays out.
okay, but I think the KD thing is the biggest move that's happened.
Yeah, but we're going to get into free agency right now. The draft, we're only going to go over
The
like
draft
the
was
first.
kind of whack.
We're going to go over
honestly.
like the first 10 picks, and ittle be quick.
the first 10.
Yeah, because that's all really that matters.
I would say the first
attention-
3
Nobody.
only.
Okay, let's do the first 5 then. 5,
Bro,
meet
okay,
in the middle
because
at 5.
dude, if you
All
look
right,
at
meet in the middle at 5.
yeah, that's fine. But
All
if you
right.
look at NBA drafts, like outside of the first 5,
Well, because there's
most of
2
them are
guys
just,
outside
like-
of the top 5 that I want to talk about.
which are
Kaman Maluach and Jeremiah Fears. Those are the only 2 guys. And that's at 7 at 10.
yeah, those guys aren't really much to talk about.
What do you mean? Maluach?
You like him?
Yes, I love him. And I love that the Suns actually got him. Like, that's one good thing that the Suns did. But let's start with number 1. Mavericks go Cooper Flag, first round, first pick. Mavericks just got their prayers answered with that. I mean, I don't even know. Like,
Imagine
Nico
they
Harrison-
traded their pick away.
Cooper Flag goes to the
They're like,
New
you know
Orleans
what?
Pelicans.
They're like, we're not sure about this guy. We see a lot of red flags.
Red flags my ass. Dude,
Imagine.
I was
Like, how would you do
telling,
that?
I don't even know who I was talking to, but I was like, because they don't know basketball, and they were like, so what is this Cooper Flag guy? And I was like, let me tell you this: if Dallas doesn't draft Cooper Flag 1 of 1, the city of Dallas will riot. And that's all I said. And he was like, oh, okay.
Well, I
was
mean,
like,
it's just like it's not every year that you have a consensus number 1.
right.
And when you do have one,
like the last time was Victor Wembanyama, and I mean that was
right?
like
Well, that was
3
like
years
2 years
now.
ago. But I mean, it's not. It's just like not every draft has that.
Right. It's always like number 1, number 2, who's going which.
And honestly, your number 1 pick doesn't always pan out. We've
Right,
seen a lot
right,
of Greg Oden comes to mind. They took him in front of Kevin Durant. There's a lot of number 1 picks like Sebastian Telfair that don't work out. But when the jury's like out on the way they were with Cooper Flag, and he's already playing with the U.S. national team, practicing with them.
And on top of that, you were a true freshman at Duke, and you led Duke in points, rebounds,
no,
assists,
but that happens
steals,
a
and
lot.
blocks.
That happens a lot.
As
like,
a true freshman at
Kyrie
Duke,
Irving
though?
did the same thing.
Okay, let me just say this. Duke had all their starting 5 drafted
Right.
to the league.
Right.
And he was the true freshman out of all of them.
Yeah, because
that
there's
led
always
the
gonna,
team.
Yeah,
in
there's always
points,
going to be the one
rebounds,
that is better
steals,
than all the
assists,
others.
and blocks.
Yeah, it's not a.
That's a big achievement.
I
though.
know, but that's not like a rarity.
3 of them were drafted in the top 10.
Right, but that's not a rarity. That's what happens with big programs like Duke, Kentucky.
I'm just saying
Kansas.
Okay, never mind.
No, I understand what you're saying, but you act like that's never happened before.
I'm not saying it's never happened before,
It's
but I'm
impressive.
saying it's impressive. Yes,
Right,
that's what
it's
I'm trying
very
to get
impressive.
at.
But
And you're like, nah, it's
no, but anytime you have like 5 solid players, you're always going to have the one that's better than all the others. That's how it happens.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? And Kentucky like has had a lot of classes that were the same, where they have like their whole starting 5 go in the first round, but then like AD is the main one,
Right.
Or like Devin Booker's the main one, Kyrie Irving from Duke, even Zion Williams. Like, you know what I mean? Like those guys are just like, you can tell before they even get to college that they're gonna go like high in the draft because they just have that pedigree.
So
but you
what
know,
do
Cooper Flag has a twin brother.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did you know that he actually has a state title in 3 different states?
Yeah, and then he's going to like
Dude,
Maine.
that's insane. Yeah, he's going to like some small ass
what?
school, and I'm like, what?
Oh well, they cut the check for that.
Oh,
for
100%.
sure.
They're like, everybody, you're paying this guy's
Yeah,
fucking
like
tuition.
this is like the one guy that they're gonna pay all their money to, and then the rest of the roster is gonna be a bunch of scrubs. But I mean,
forgot
that's
his name, but I'll look it up.
that's kind of like the Steph Curry situation at Davidson, where he was just the one ball and everybody else was just filling in the
Ace
spaces.
Flag. That's who it is.
What a name, huh?
No
Ace?
kidding, huh? There was actually an ace taken in this draft.
Yeah, Ace Bailey.
Yeah, we'll get to him.
But
Number 2 is Dylan Harper, who went to the Spurs.
I feel like Ace is a better name than Cooper, right? If you were just
Oh,
picking
100%.
one
Like,
of those
who's
two
the better
off
brother?
paper,
Ace.
yeah, Ace for sure,
Ace,
bro.
100%.
Yeah,
He's the
Cooper,
younger one, too.
Cooper
definitely
Scooper.
bullied. What the fuck?
Like, you know what I mean? Just,
And then did you know that Cooper was the one that reclassified, and that's why he came a year early. And
Right.
then Ace is going to come next year.
right, and
But I don't think Ace is going to be like top 10 or anything, right? Or is he?
no, not right now.
That would be
Depending
kind of
on-
crazy.
No, because
Brothers
like,
going in the top 10.
but like no,
Has that happened
because
before? Brothers
in
going
the
in
top 10, yeah, the Thompson twins last year,
Asar and
yeah,
Amin?
and Amen, yeah, they went.
They
top
both
10.
went top 10?
Yeah,
Damn.
maybe Amen went like 12, but they both were like right there. But what's crazy is that like, why isn't this guy at Duke? Why isn't Ace at Duke or like Kansas?
Well, because like I said, like you mean like
yeah,
now?
college wise, yeah, this
Yeah.
year. Like, why is he playing at? He's playing somewhere like in Maine. I swear to God.
Yeah, no, I did see that.
That's fucking wild. That's like him playing at UTEP.
They were back to back, 4th and 5th
Yeah,
overall.
you see, yeah,
Damn.
just last year. But I mean, that doesn't happen a lot.
No, I know it doesn't happen a lot, but for it to happen just 2 years ago now,
Yeah.
and now it might happen again. Well, I mean, technically, it's not even the same draft. That's
No.
more impressive, is to be in the same draft in year 4 and 5.
Yeah, but I mean, that means you're probably twins. You know, like you guys are both good.
Well, yeah, but these guys are twins. It's just Cooper reclassified.
Yeah.
That's why he came a year.
Because
early.
that probably would have happened. You know what I mean?
Well,
I don't know if
even
they go top
yeah,
10.
I don't know anything about Ace. I just
Yeah.
found out about him.
I feel
so
like,
I can't say he's going top 10. I can't even say he's going drafted,
I feel like
because you have to be really fucking talented to be drafted in the NBA. Like, there's only
yeah,
so many
yeah,
picks.
of course. But like, I feel like Cooper getting that run with the U.S. national team.
I'm one down.
Oh, nice. Yeah, him getting the run with the U.S. national team, I think, just really elevated him.
So, where do you rank the Mavs going into next season? Top 10, top 3, top 5?
No, like top 6 in the West. The West is stacked.
I think higher than that.
No, the West is stacked.
I guess it's just because I'm a Mavs fan, but I see them going like 3 or 4 next year.
Yeah, but everything they're gonna have to. They're gonna need time to gel.
That's fine.
They're not gonna be like just like fresh out the gate like the best team.
But
also,
I'm not saying the best team. I still think the best team goes to the Thunder. But
well, I
can
mean, you never know
definitely
who's gonna leave there either, though.
No, I still think the Thunder are keeping their core. Nobody's going anywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, like if Caruso walks,
He's not.
well, you never know.
He won't.
I mean, if he does, then you lost.
Okay, but like
pretty much your third best player from your championship winning team.
4th.
I would say third.
4th.
Yeah, that's fine. But I mean, he's still
Well, you
vital.
have SGA. That's
Right.
1.
Luke,
2, I think, would be
Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have
Chet?
No.
What?
No, I mean age-wise, yes.
No, just a better player. Like
No. Performance-wise,
Chet's better than.
No, but performance-wise in the finals, Caruso was more important.
If you're
than
talking
Chet.
about like offense, then yes,
Yes.
Caruso's better. But all around player,
no, dude,
Chet is better.
Chet has not shown
Yes.
much to me, honestly.
What?
No, I mean his ceiling, yes. Obviously, he's younger.
Dude,
Caruso's
he's like
been around for a while.
Like a top 3 rim protector right now.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's like, okay, him, Wemby, And
Wemby for sure.
Probably like
No, I mean, there's a bunch of good, like Bam Adebayo's a very good rim protector.
Okay.
Giannis, like there's a bunch of good.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good rim
AD.
protectors. AD, like
So
come on.
I think he's top 5 though, rim protector right now.
All I'm saying is like you might be giving him too much credit for his size. That's it.
I don't think so because I don't give Kristaps Porzingis that much credit.
Yeah, but he's not 7'4". He's
Yeah.
like 7'1". And Kristaps is washed, honestly. Why do you think the Knicks were like, yeah, you guys can fucking have him?
I mean, he is older, yeah,
But he is washed. But all I'm saying is that like Caruso's a very valuable piece, and if he's not with the Thunder next year, they're gonna miss him more than they would miss somebody like Chet. That's all I'm saying.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Chet is shorter than Kristaps Porzingis.
Is he really?
Yeah,
No way.
KP is 7'2", Chet 7'1".
Okay. Well, he's still ass.
No, he's
They
not.
both are.
So you're saying you'd rather have KP over Chet?
No, I would not rather have either of those on my roster.
No, but you have to pick one.
I would probably pick Chet because he's younger.
Okay,
But that doesn't say much.
and it does though.
I mean, no,
They're
because
both
they just
7 foot.
I know, but they just
centers. Like,
traded away Kristaps. Like Kristaps has been like tossed
He's been on,
around
like,
the
4
league.
teams.
Yeah, exactly. If he's that good, you don't think one of the teams would be like, no, we can't move this guy?
So you'd rather have Bam over Chet?
Yes,
Wow,
yeah, for sure.
I think that's crazy.
No, you haven't watched Bam play.
Bam is
is
what?
a very good player.
Bam
He's
is what,
like
28?
6'9", and he's only like 6'9".
He's what, like 28 now?
He's like getting up there, yeah, but he's under 30 for sure.
Let's see.
But he has literally nobody on his team.
Oh, he had.
Well, he had Jimmy, but I mean, Jimmy can also be
He's 27.
Jimmy can also be very toxic.
He can't be.
And that's another reason why he's been on 5 different fucking teams.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? So I would take Bam.
Attitude goes a long way in the NBA.
I would take Bam over Chet every single day of the week.
Interesting.
Yeah. just
Cooper
watch
Flag
them
or
play.
Chet? I'm taking
What? What?
Dude, Cooper Flag's a tall
No,
ass
yes, but
motherfucker.
why is that even a Cooper Flag or Chet? What?
I'm just saying, I was looking at his name. Anyways,
yeah, let's go Chet, dude.
all right. Number 2, Spurs go Dylan Harper. Number 3, Sixers go VJ Edgecombe. Number 4, Hornets actually throw a curveball and go Con Nupel. Is that how you say his name?
Knuppel.
No, I think it's Nupel.
No,
I think
it's
the K is-
Knuppel.
There's no
swear.
way it's pronounced
Bro,
like
every
that.
time I would watch the game, that's how they would pronounce anytime Duke
I feel
was
like
playing.
the K would be silent. And
Well,
it's
I mean,
Nupel.
look it up. Just
Con
put it
Nupel.
up. Put it in the Google and let it speak to you. But I swear,
Let it
it's phonically like Knuppel.
Con Knuppel. Pronounce.
He went actually pretty high too. I was kind of surprised by that.
Oh shit! It is Knuppel.
Told you.
Knuppel.
Yeah, Knuppel.
Knuppel.
Yeah, but honestly, he went really high.
He did. He went way too
And
high.
I think
I think that was a bad pick.
yeah, but that's why you go to Duke. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people will draft you because you went to Duke.
if he's not at Duke, he's not even
Yeah,
getting
if he's like
drafted.
at Syracuse, it's like or like
He's a 6'7" guard.
what's another team that will like if he's like at Virginia Tech, it's like nah, dude. We don't
If
know.
he's at
You're a
UTEP.
Hokie? No. You know what I mean? But you're a Blue Devil. Yeah.
You know,
come on over.
I've always thought about that is like when let's say Cooper Flag, hypothetically, he went 1 of 1 because he's very talented.
Right.
If he were to have been on a team like UTEP, I'm just saying, does he get drafted?
Yes.
He does?
Yeah. Does
Okay.
he get drafted at number 1? No.
No?
No. Because the chances of them even making the tournament with somebody that good are still high, but they don't make a deep run. So
Yeah,
like,
because they
just
were
think-
1 game
yeah,
away.
but I mean, we've seen this like with Steph.
No, I know, but I'm just saying,
Like, he was at Davidson, bro.
Does
Like
Cooper-
UTEP has even more of a pedigree than Davidson does.
it's like a weird what if. Like, it's a stupid what if, but it's
no, but it's just
I'm
interesting to
saying.
think about.
Yeah.
Because like let's say, but I mean at the same time, one of the things that benefits Cooper Cup
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag is his size. Just his,
Yeah, he's what,
his sheer
6'9"?
size and then his ability to handle the ball.
Oh,
So,
he's 6'8".
Like somebody like Steph flies on it under the D1 radar because of his size.
Right.
Or lack thereof size, right? Like being 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, because when you're 7'1", you can't go unnoticed.
Right. And very small, very scrawny, like for Steph.
Dude,
so like
Steph was so small at Davidson.
yeah, so when scouts are looking at him, right, you just ignore his size altogether. You're like, this guy is no bigger, or like his size is not going to benefit him. But then somebody like Flag He's 6'10", can handle the ball. Like, bro, everybody's going to want this guy. Even if he can't shoot, you're going to get D1 offers. It's just the way it is.
Well, the Jazz go Ace Bailey at number 5, and that was a very interesting pick because Ace came out saying that he didn't want to be drafted in the top 5, specifically because of who was picking in the top 5. And what's more interesting is that he didn't mind going to the Pelicans, that he would have actually rather have gone to the Pelicans. That's what he came out saying, which is very interesting because if you were to choose either the Jazz or the Pelicans, I think I'm going the Jazz, honestly.
Well, I mean, you have to also think about, like, where would you rather live? New Orleans?
Or Utah.
Or Utah, dude. Dude. And Utah, dude, it's
Dude, they're
nice.
ruthless.
It's beautiful over there, but dude, the winters in Utah, like it's cold and it's Utah.
Yeah. I mean,
And
Utah's
you could
Utah.
live in New Orleans and you're like a 2-hour flight from Miami, 2-hour flight to Houston.
Yeah.
Like just geographically.
Even
like,
Louisiana itself. Like,
yeah, it's just better. It's just
Yeah.
better there. Better quality of life.
I guess you're right.
It's just something to think about. Like Utah historically has always had that problem where they cannot get free agents to go there.
Okay, well, would you rather live in San Antonio or New Orleans?
Probably New Orleans still, but I'd rather live in San Antonio than Utah.
Fair.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Utah sucks.
What about Philadelphia or New Orleans?
Probably New Orleans still. I don't think I would like to live in the Northeast. I feel like everybody's on top of each other over there.
Charlotte or New Orleans?
That's not even the question, dude. New Orleans.
So then, yeah, he went to the wrong place then.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I mean, but
well, like he would have rather gone to the Washington Wizards.
no, the Wizards are a dumpster fire.
That's what I'm saying, though. He said that he didn't want to get drafted in the top 5, and those are your top 5 picks. You have Dallas, which is already off the board because they're going
not
Coop.
Yeah, and San
then-
Antonio wasn't going to take him either.
Exactly. So you're down to the Sixers, the Hornets, and the Jazz. Like those are your 3. And the Sixers passed up on him, went VJ Edgecombe. Hornets passed up on him, went Canuple.
Canoodle.
And then the Jazz,
I don't know.
struck on him. So
The Jazz or the Jazz?
the Jazz.
You said Jazz.
I said
You
Jazz.
said Jazz.
Is that not what you're saying? Jazz?
No, you said Chaz, like a jazz.
No,
I
like
swear to God,
jazz. Like
you did
like-
say Chaz.
I said jazz.
No, you said Chaz.
All right, well, whatever.
But honestly, I don't think Ace Bailey's gonna pan out. Honestly,
I do. I like Ace Bailey over Dylan Harper, which is insane to say. I know that's a hot take because Dylan Harper is like supposed to be the godsend of guards in this.
No, dude.
In this
but
draft.
that's the
In
thing.
this draft.
Is that? But yeah, but that's the thing is that like, just because you go number 2, that doesn't guarantee anything.
No, I know, but that's what everybody's saying. Like, oh, this is the godsend of the guards in this draft, and like he's going to be the best one.
No. And a lot of things, like something that I
Like,
always
what's-
base like how good a player is going to be in the NBA is based off how they play in the NCAA tournament, because that's like the most high pressure basketball that they're ever going to play. And the ones that usually come to show up on those games and those situations are ones that usually transition to the NBA very well.
You want to know how I know that people hold this guy extremely highly in their minds? Is that people were saying that the Spurs draft Dylan Harper, so now that means that they can package Steven Castle and
that's
send him
dumb.
somewhere else.
Yeah, no.
Which is stupid because Steven Castle just won Rookie of the Year on the Spurs, averaging 15 and
Well,
4.
not only that, I mean, this guy's already shown that he can play in the NBA.
Yeah, like, I mean, how do you just send someone off for someone that you don't even know?
But that's
how
what
they're
I'm
gonna
saying
pan
is that
out?
people just like,
They jump the gun too
right.
quickly.
And it's like, dude, we don't even know if this guy can stay on the NBA floor.
For all we know, Cooper Flagg could be a bust. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that he's not going to be.
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, the probability that he is very low, but it's
not
still
zero.
there.
Right.
And honestly, he could, and I'm not trying to, I don't wish bad on anybody, but he could tear 2 ACLs in back-to-back seasons and be done, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's just the luck of the draw. That's not even like anything against his work ethic or anything like that. But I mean, it's very, very hard in the NBA to say like this guy is going to be good. Like you've seen it time and time again where guys don't work out. And then a lot of it has to do with your situation. Where do you go? You know what I mean? Like if Steph doesn't land with the Warriors, he probably doesn't turn into Steph.
Right.
And same with LeBron with the Cavs.
I think I saw some news, something about Walker Kessler leaving the Jazz.
Maybe. The Jazz are. There was also a rumor that they're gonna get rid of Colin Sexton too.
Well, they did get rid of him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
so
they
that
did.
trade did go final.
Yeah, it did go through. The rumors were that they were going to trade Kessler to the Lakers, and that was going to be something to look forward to.
Yeah, but Kessler's not that good.
No, I mean he's
like
not
the best player on the
special.
Jazz
Is Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, so
he's
if
the
anybody
goat there.
gets traded, that's the guy that really matters. And then I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I thought you froze there for a second.
No. I'm just thinking I wanted to say something more about free agency, but we're still talking about the draft. So
okay, well, let's get into free agency now. We rounded it out. The only other one that
did you see who the Blazers took? The Chinese guy?
Yeah, I did see
Supposedly he's like the next Yao Ming.
Allegedly.
Well, I mean that's pretty
like
racist.
some
right
racist
there.
shit
Yeah, that
right
is
there.
right there. God
you know
damn,
what's
why did
funny
I do
though?
that?
You know what I was thinking about? I was watching this YouTube channel and they were doing some trivia, and then Bowling Green came up and they were like, "Oh, shout out Harold Fannin Jr." Remember how I said that Harold Fannin Jr. reminded me of David Njoku playstyle, and you were like, "Oh, that's racist." And then he gets drafted to the exact
That's
same
exactly
team
what I just did right now.
that David Njoku gets that is playing on.
Right.
So it's like clearly they have a type for tight ends. The Browns.
Yeah.
They're big.
Yeah, we get it, dude. We get it. We don't have to go there. But no, I just okay, anytime you think of Chinese player, you think Jeremy Lin.
Shout out Jeremy Lin.
Or you think Yao Ming. And this guy's a big guy, so you go to Yao Ming.
Right,
That's it. That's just word association.
That's end of list.
But you know what's funny is that they put a post conference of him after the
yeah,
draft.
talking about how he plays games and sleeps.
Yeah. He's like, I like food. Yeah. It's like, dude, what?
Because they were all, what would you be doing if you weren't playing
He's
in the NBA?
Eating?
Yeah,
but anyways.
I like to play games.
Yeah, but somebody like that, dude, that's really hard. You're like, damn, this guy either is going to flame out super hard or at
he's going to
best
be an absolute star.
No, I don't think so. I think at best he's like a rotation player. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think he goes anywhere in the middle. I think it's boom or bust for him.
No, dude, it's so hard for somebody that size to be this good.
It really, how tall is he?
I mean,
was he over 7?
No, he's probably, I think he's 6'11", 6'10". Still very tall, but I mean, he doesn't have the you know how KD can handle the ball like that?
Right,
he doesn't have that.
Yeah, he doesn't have any handle.
So
he's gonna play a lot of the post.
That's gonna really limit his upside.
Right.
And he's not Jokic with his ability to pass.
Who did he officially get drafted by? Because I know he wasn't officially drafted by.
Well, I know he ended up with the Trailblazers.
I think he was drafted by Charlotte.
Yeah, they might have traded him over.
I think it was the Hornets.
The NBA, they really moved their draft picks a lot.
No, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's in a win now mode because they're like, oh, we're gonna draft this guy because he's the best at this at number 19, and then they're like, actually, we like the guy at 26, so we're gonna trade him.
But Portland's not in win now mode.
No, absolutely
not at
not.
all.
But I'm just saying, it happens all the time, and I'm just why? Let him play for once.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, a lot of it is financial things too. But Portland's not in win now mode at all.
No.
Not even close.
No.
Ever since they traded Dame and CJ McCollum, you could tell the writing was on the wall.
Shout out, what was it, 2016 CJ McCollum, where he went on that tear.
He was fire.
He was so good.
Him and Dame together were just
it was yin and yang.
The fact that they couldn't do more than what they did.
They were
very disappointing.
They were the knockoff Splash Bros.
Yeah, and very disappointing if you're a Portland fan. But anyways, I digress.
Because they also had Brooke Lopez on that team, didn't they?
They did have Brooke Lopez, but it's Brooke Lopez, so you're not
He was good though.
I know, but it's not like he's gonna change the fortunes of your franchise. It's Brooke Lopez. You know what I mean? We get it.
Yeah.
Cut the hair.
All right. Well, let's get into free agency since you're itching so much to do so.
I'm not.
The biggest one that everybody knows is that Kevin Durant got shipped off to the Houston Rockets from the Phoenix Suns. And in return, the Suns got a couple draft picks, and then they got Jalen Green and who else was it? Dylan Brooks. Yeah, so I don't like what Phoenix did. I don't think they got what Kevin Durant is worth. I mean, I know he is older at this point in time, but I think that they could have definitely found a better package, whether it was from San Antonio or whether it was from literally anyone else. I don't think that this was the best package possible, and I think that they only did it specifically because of what they think that KD might only be capable of now at his age. Maybe they know something that everyone else doesn't because they're the ones that are working out with him, you know? So they're like, oh, well, this is the best that we're going to get because this is how it's going to play out.
Well, I mean, you just have so much upside with Jalen Green. So that's like a lot of teams. Yeah, I know. But like Phoenix is looking to the future now.
But it's like you have guard on guard on guard there.
Right. That will settle itself out. I mean, they're obviously not going to. Somebody else will probably get moved. I don't see Dylan Brooks sticking around on that team either.
No, I don't either.
But I mean, if you're the Suns, right? And this is the same thing, like what happened with Luka is they know KD's going to leave at some point.
Right. Okay,
so
but
just get rid of him.
That's the thing that, okay, we're not even going to get into that.
We're not, but it's the same thing is that these guys know that once his contract is up, we are going to lose him for nothing. So let's, even if it's something. And so when these teams know that, then San Antonio knows we shouldn't offer the world for this guy.
Right.
Because we know he's out at some point. And Houston's like, hey, we can offer just a little bit more. And that's why you end up doing that deal.
And
but one thing too is that with KD, it looks bad again that he is constantly just going around and around and around. And he's had probably some of the best surrounding casts that I've ever seen a player have. And he does less with them than anything else. And it's crazy. It really is because it's like him.
I like how we had a whole debate on this one episode, and you were fighting everything
but Kevin
you're
Durant
saying right
is
now.
a good player.
He's a good player.
He's a very good player,
but he's overrated.
He's not. It's not that he's overrated. It's just he has to have the right like type of players surrounding him.
And I think that's
and it's very hard to like figure that shit out. But like he's not like Houston is now a championship contender just because he's on that team.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, yes, but it's true. And it's literally they're one
but
piece
it's like
away.
You could have said that last year because they came out of nowhere and were what? The number 2 seed?
Yeah, but
it's like they were contenders last year.
Yeah, but we all went, everybody knew they weren't going to make it to the finals.
Yeah,
everybody
had
knew
the
that.
Warriors over them.
Yeah, now, right? Now that it's KD and the Rockets, they have a better chance.
You turn the time back and KD is on that team instead of Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, they beat the Warriors.
Yeah, they probably do beat the Warriors, actually. Because the Warriors were in shambles still.
That's kind of wicked.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's a top 5 player right there, KD.
Dude, I would like to see KD and Steph duke it out in the playoffs. I think that would be fun.
I would like to see them play again on the same team together. That would be fucking amazing.
Have they played each other in the playoffs? They have, right?
Yeah,
with OKC. With OKC.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about that.
Yeah, they went at it.
That's for the Western Conference Finals.
That's why Durant was like, all right, I'm down to go over there. Like he's like, yeah, I'm down.
He saw that half-court heave, and he's like, that's my team.
He's like, Russell Westbrook ain't doing that.
Russell Westbrook.
James Harden won't even pass me the goddamn ball.
Speaking of James Harden, we got some big news out of James Harden too just today. He intends to sign a brand new 2-year, $82 million deal to stay with the LA Clippers.
That's
so
good.
He will be there until he's 38 and possibly retired by then. I don't know. You think he retires at 38? You think he retires with the Clippers? At this point, he's already 35.
To me,
he's
he
gonna
seems
be 36.
like an LA guy. Like
he's gonna start the season at the age of 36.
Yeah,
so by the end of his contract, he'll be 38.
I feel like at the end of that, he hangs it up. I feel like he's a guy that likes to live in LA and is about all that. So I don't think that he goes somewhere else to play like one more season after this contract. You know what I mean? Like I can't see him going to Memphis and riding the bench to fucking get one more deal.
Oh my God. So again, news out of LA, LeBron James exercises his $52.6 million contract deal. It was a player option to stay with the Lakers for one more year and potentially his last. But like I said, the Lakers are kind of in a weird spot just because you have 40-year-old LeBron James and then you have 27-year-old Luka who is about to sign a max contract probably with the Lakers. And that'll be monstrous money right there. They offered Austin Reeves like $20 million a year for the next 4 years and he declined it. So they're going to lose Austin Reeves. They're going to keep Luka. They're going to keep LeBron for at least one more year, both. And then there was rumors that they might get a big in Julius Randle. Oh, well, yeah, Walker Kessler and Julius Randle. But Julius Randle just signed another contract to stay with the Timberwolves.
I don't feel bad for the Lakers though.
I don't either.
I mean, anytime you go get LeBron, like this is what's going to happen because
But now they have Luka for the future.
no, I know, but what I'm saying is just like LeBron eating up 52 million of your cap in one season.
That's a fourth of your
Yeah,
cap.
and so it's like you knew this was going to happen, right? And you guys knew when you got LeBron that you had a window of so many years to win as many championships as you can, which is why they made the move for Luka.
And they only got one.
They only got one, but he only got like it's the same thing with the whole Miami scenario.
Yeah.
Like it was like we were going to win 3, 4, or 5. It's like it's not that easy.
He won what, 2 with Miami?
I want to say he only won 1 with Miami because they lost to Dallas.
Okay, so
And
one
then
with Miami, one
with
with the Lakers.
Cleveland, and then
2
one
with Cleveland.
Well, 2 with Cleveland, and then 1 with the Lakers. But like what I'm saying is like when you go get LeBron, you know that the last years of his contract are going to be very hard for you as a GM to fill the rest of your roster because LeBron is going to get paid so much just for one player. And he's not the type to say, let me restructure this. He could have.
He could have.
And he said, no, I'm taking 52 mil and I'm fucking
See, that's
cashing
also
out.
the thing I don't like is like some of these players I love and I know for a fact that they want to win.
You would do the exact same thing, though.
See, that's the thing is like
We
it's,
all
it's
would.
like you have a devil on your shoulder and
We
it's
all
like
would,
take the
bro.
money, take the money.
Yeah.
But it's like part of you is like if you're really saying that like, oh, I want to go out on top, then you would take a pay cut and, you know, take 40 million even. Like if you, $12 million makes a
Nope.
big difference.
Nope.
So it's like you take 40, you take 35 to go out for your last year and then you win a championship so you can go
I
and
mean,
get a
12
big.
million doesn't make that much difference in
No,
NBA
but it does
salary.
because let's say you have 10 mil to work with. You want to go get a big and he's asking for 22. That's your 12 right there. That's
I
your
know.
extra 12
Yeah,
that you just
but
got.
I
So
mean, what
you're
you're
just
going to
signing
sign
for
that guy for what?
20
like,
mil a year and it's a 4-year deal. So it's what, $100 or $80 million contract for a big, which is what, what's his name just signed?
Yeah,
Julius Randle?
Yeah.
It was a 3-year, $100 million deal.
no, I know, but I mean, it's not 12 million is not going to fucking make or break your cap. That's all I'm saying.
does,
Because you're going to because you still have to fill out the roster, right? These guys have who on their roster right now? Probably like 6 players on their roster the Lakers have, not including their draft picks, or if they even had a draft pick.
Okay,
Did
so
they even draft
Austin-
anyone?
I have no idea. Okay,
I'm
so
just saying.
Austin
this
Reeves
is like,
is gone. Like we in our head, he's gone already.
yeah, this is what you get when you get involved
So
with
you
LeBron.
have Luka, LeBron, Bronny, the big 3, and then you have Dorian Finney-Smith, who is
Jesus.
nothing. Rui Hachimura,
Hachimura, that's what I was gonna say.
Jackson Hayes, and Maxi Kleba, and then Dalton Connect.
That's terrible.
That's your lineup.
That's your
because
roster
Reeves
right
is
now.
gone. Like that's like in your head, he's gone. And then they drafted some guy, Ado Thiero. I don't even. He's a forward from Arkansas.
Sounds good.
Yeah, he sounds great. Sounds like the next.
Reminds me of Moses Moody from Arkansas.
My God. Yeah. So if you're the Lakers, I'm telling you, you're in a weird spot. Like you're not the worst roster in the league. You're not. When you have Luka and LeBron, you're not the worst roster.
But like you're very top heavy.
Yes, there's zero.
And
depth
if one
to
of those
this
guys gets hurt, you're
screwed.
done. Like that's
well, like,
it.
okay, see, that's kind of the beauty in having both of them is one of them gets hurt and you're still not the worst team in the league because you have that star power at the top. Like, yes, you might be top heavy.
Yeah.
But you're
still,
not
I mean,
the-
like if Luka goes down, right?
I think if Luka goes down, you're more fucked than if LeBron goes down.
because LeBron, his mileage is ridiculous, and he's not going to be playing fucking Wednesday night on the road against
40
Charlotte.
minutes against-
40 minutes, like hell
against
no.
the Blazers in
Yeah,
overtime.
hell no, he's not going to do that.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? LeBron already like has his pacing, already knows when he's going to play, when he's not going to play, and I just think, like I said, this is what happens when you get involved with LeBron James and the Lakers. They knew it was coming. And that's why they got
Everybody
Luka.
becomes a Laker at one point in their life, so I feel like it's fitting for LeBron to go out as a Laker.
I guess Steph didn't go to the Lakers.
Hey, he's not
KD.
done yet.
He's not going to go to the Lakers.
He's not
dude.
done yet.
Dude, Steph is going to retire. a
Would you
Warrior.
rather? Okay, if LeBron and Luka, or if LeBron and Steph played together, would you rather see them play on like one of their respective teams or a completely different team?
No,
that
they'd have to
neither-
play on the Warriors.
They'd
Yeah.
have to play on the Warriors.
Yeah, Steph is not going anywhere.
You think he completely retires a Warrior?
100%. There's no chance.
What'd you do if you just woke up to the news that Steph Curry was traded to the Lakers?
They traded him to the Magic. Anthony Black.
And then you see the decision from LeBron James. I've decided to follow Steph to Orlando.
If anything, the one team that I'd be okay with him getting traded to would be Charlotte, because that's where he's from.
Yeah, that's where his dad played too.
Yeah, that's where he grew up, and
I think Seth played for the Hornets.
Well,
too
Seth has played for a bunch of teams.
19 teams.
Yeah, he's played for the Sixers. He's played for Dallas. He's played for
the Spurs.
Charlotte. Did he play for the Spurs? He played for.
Oh no, he played for Brooklyn.
Well, no, he played for Golden State one year, and they cut him.
Did he really?
Yeah. Oh. And that was like the KD year, so I can.
Well, he
see
played
why.
for Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, he's played all over. He's played. I want to even say he's played in Detroit for like a few weeks.
I don't doubt it.
But anyways, that would be the only team that I would be okay with him getting traded to.
So he started with,
and that's just so he could, I guess, retire.
Do you know what team Do you know what team he started with?
Seth?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's a great trivia question. I don't think you're getting this.
Who drafted him? I want to say like the Grizzlies or someone.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you see,
Damn.
I remember. It's because I remember following him into the league and thinking like.
So it was the Grizzlies.
Well, okay, so if you you know what's crazy about Seth is that he actually went to Duke.
Did he really?
Yeah, he started at Liberty, which is like a school like similar to Davidson.
Liberty.
And then he would have played UTEP. Now think about it, because Liberty's in Conference USA.
Oh, that's right.
So he started there, and then he eventually transferred to Duke. Played, I believe, 2 seasons at Duke, maybe 1, and then left. And then I want to say like Memphis was the one that grabbed him.
Yeah, he played for Memphis, Golden State, Cleveland, Phoenix. Then he went to the Kings, Mavericks, Blazers, back to the Mavericks, Sixers, Nets, back to the Mavericks, and then the Hornets.
You see?
So he's with the Hornets right now.
Yeah. I told you he played
I think
with
he's a
the
free
Sixers.
agent this year, though.
Yeah, that's why they're saying he's going to go to the Warriors. No, they already tried that.
How old is he? He's 34 already?
Yeah, but you know what's crazy is that even like your brother is Steph, and he can't keep you on the team. But I think he's not that type of person where he's like, oh, it's my brother. He has to be. He's like, bro, if he's not good, he's not good. Get him out of here.
Yeah. I feel like it sucks being overshadowed by your like brother. You know, like Curry's making what, 50 mil in Golden State. He's a 4-time champion. And then you got Seth Curry on the Hornets making 3 mil this next year.
Yeah, but I mean,
hey, 3 mil's 3 mil, but it's not 50.
And honestly, like
with 4
if
chips.
anything ever happens, your brother's going to take care of you. Well, you would think, right?
You would think, hey.
I feel like they have that type of relationship.
No, they do. They're good like that.
So it's fine. The family's
they're
making money.
They're like the Ball brothers.
I mean,
Speaking of Ball,
what should matter is that the family's cashing out, and they're going to be set no matter what.
Oh yeah, of course.
Speaking of balls in your mouth, Lonzo Ball
gets shipped off to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's crazy.
In exchange for a bag of chips.
Darius Garland, and then Lonzo on one team is kind of wild.
And then you forget Donovan Mitchell.
No, but I'm just thinking ball handlers.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean, Donovan Mitchell's a ball handler.
Yeah, but I mean,
He averaged,
primarily Garland's gonna. I mean, you would just think going forward, just based on age of Donovan.
How old is Donovan? 30?
Yeah, he's been around for a long time. He's
28.
He's kind of like he reminds me of like coming into the league with Dame and everybody around that time. Where did he go to school?
He averaged 24 this past season.
Where did Donovan Mitchell go to school?
Louisville.
Oh, you just looked at it.
I was looking at his profile. That's why.
Good God.
Did you know that off the top of your head?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
How far in are we?
We are
like an hour 10.
Probably like a little less than an hour. Maybe like right at an hour. Not actually.
Okay. Yeah. Any other big free agents that we're missing? We're probably missing.
I mean, not like ones that were not ones that were missing, but like
the Orlando one, Desmond Bane.
Oh yeah, but I mean that just means that Jaw's on the way out of Memphis.
You know, I don't care how talented or freakishly athletic he is, should I say, but I do not like Jaw.
No, I mean Jaw's a very
he's freakishly athletic. Like
he's a good player, but
no.
But the baggage that comes with him kind of outweighs that. Mm-hmm. But like I've been saying this for a while now, is that
I don't like him as a person. I don't like him as a player.
he's already been checked out of Memphis. And Memphis knows that, so that's why they also got rid of Desmond Bane. Because,
like, if you told me to name the top 100 players, I would purposefully leave him out.
dude, Ja's like top 10.
I don't care. I'd
It's
purposely
like
leave
top
him out
12,
of the top 100.
15 for sure.
Don't care. Like,
No, I know,
that's
but
how
if you're
much
just,
I don't like him.
Yeah, but if you're just looking at like pure skill and ability to score and making your team better, like Ja is very, very much at the top of the list. But Desmond Bane is crazy because like he's only had like 2 really good years where he's been like the second option, and now he gets shipped to Orlando. So it'll be interesting to see what
He'll
he
still
can
be.
provide
I mean,
them.
actually, he'll be the third option on that team probably. I mean, you got France, and then you've got Paolo.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I would still say that he would probably be a second option there because he's a shooter.
Offensive-wise,
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
you're
he's a
right.
shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Orlando's got some good players, but I mean, they're still very young too.
I think Orlando is a top 6 seed next year.
Well, they're in the East. That helps them.
Yeah, it does.
If they were in the West, they probably don't even make the
Shit,
playoffs.
You know what? Now that I think
That's
about
what's
it,
crazy.
If Giannis leaves the East, okay, you have Giannis out, Dame out, Halliburton out, Tatum out,
Tatum out. Yep.
and then Boston is getting rid of their core. There's
Well,
rumors.
Porzingis is already gone.
There's rumors. I don't think it'll happen. I really don't. But there's rumors that they might ship off Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, that trade you sent me where they would send Jaylen Brown to the Kings and the Kings would send back
Laurie, or no, not Laurie.
yeah,
Demontis.
Sabonis. Yeah,
I was
with
thinking
the
of Laurie
Kings.
Markkinen.
Yeah, with the Kings.
Yeah,
Sabonis is with the Kings right now.
yeah.
But I mean, if you're the Kings and
But
you
it's
do
like,
that,
would you really have Sabonis over?
no. But what I'm trying to say is, if you're the Kings and you do that, right? That means that you traded Jaylen Brown for Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad.
That's really
you
bad.
had all 3 of those guys on your squad, and you come
That's
back with
really
Jaylen
bad.
Brown.
That's
That
really-
is fucked.
Yeah, that's really bad.
The
I'd rather
Kings
have.
are just a dumpster fire, dude.
I agree.
Like you don't want to be anywhere like near that franchise. ever.
I like Demontis Sabonis though. I think he's a good player.
No, he is. He's a very good player.
Would you really rather have him over Jaylen Brown though? Like if you're starting a franchise and you get to pick one of those guys, you have to pick either or.
I would probably take Sabonis. I just think he's more
Yeah.
consistent in what he gives you. You're going to get at least
gives
15
you-
rebounds a night.
and
You're going to get
15
at
points.
least 15 points.
Yeah.
And then he can also
Like 7 assists.
Right. He's going to stretch the floor. So, I mean, he's going to help out in that way
Move the mic up.
compared to Jaylen Brown, who's just like a 2 at best.
Yeah.
And then he plays good defense. So you got to give him that. But
He's a very good defender.
you saw in the one game where it mattered the most to the Celtics where he fouled out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I'd
I mean,
rather
he
have
did win
Sabonis.
Finals MVP last year.
Right. But I mean, it's different when you have your running mates with you. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? When
that
everybody's
team's
focusing
stacked.
on Tatum, then it makes things
Tatum,
easier.
Derek White,
Yeah.
Kristaps, Drew,
Al Horford.
Al Horford,
Yeah.
Peyton Pritchard.
It makes it easier that way. But the game that he was by himself and the games that Tatum was out, Brown was kind of a
Mediocre
liability
at
in a
best.
way.
Yeah.
So Sabonis, I'm not saying he would have won them the series, but I mean, I would just rather have Sabonis' skill set.
I can see that. I don't hate that. I really don't.
But yeah, and then so what do you think happens with Giannis then?
I think
Because there's been a lot of speculation about the Warriors
just like, okay,
getting involved there, and I don't know if they can afford that.
I think it really comes down to if he believes that he can still win with a 70% Damian Lillard when he comes back.
Well,
and I think that's what it comes down to because you stay on that team and your only true help is what? Bobby Portis and Dame?
I'm trying to. No, Chris Middleton's not even on that team anymore.
Yeah, like those are your
Who else is on that?
those are your best
Brook
players.
Lopez.
Dude, Brook Lopez is like 80. He needs to retire.
I know, but he's on that team.
So it's like, okay,
Who
you
else
have
is on that
Giannis
team?
leaves, Dame leaves. I think that. If Giannis leaves, Dame leaves.
What's his name is on the team?
I can see Dame going to Orlando and being a shooter there.
Malcolm Brogdon. He's on that squad. Malcolm Brogdon.
Don't know, don't care.
Yeah, he was supposed to be very good, which is why they picked him up.
How
but
long is Dame still with Milwaukee?
I would say he's probably got another 2 to 3 years on his contract. But I think Giannis has kind of already reached his limit with Milwaukee, and that's why I think if there was ever a time for him to be moved on, it would probably be like soon. And I would say before the trade deadline.
Do you know what college Dame went to
this season? Yeah, Weber State.
God damn it!
Come on, bro. Don't front on me like that.
Okay, so he's through contract through the 26-27 season. So after the 2027 summer,
he's got two more seasons.
Yeah. So he's got this upcoming season and the one after that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Giannis
but it's really only like one season because he's going to come back for.
Well, he's going to miss this whole year. Yeah,
for the most part. Yeah.
So I would say like Giannis would have to be moved either this off season or in the middle of the season before the trade deadline.
Right.
Because that's when they're going to get the most value for him.
Why does it say that he's currently with the Blazers? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I think if Giannis does move. It's just crazy to say that he goes to the Lakers. Like, he doesn't
He's not going to go to the
There's
Lakers.
no world where he ends up on the Lakers. And that's what everybody's saying. Like, oh, yeah, like the Lakers are going to get
hell
him.
no.
Like,
there's no way.
No.
Who are they going to give Milwaukee?
They're not giving Luka.
No, I mean, no, yeah, of course,
and
obviously
and then
that.
You don't
but what?
Give LeBron.
You're going to give Hachimura,
and your 2023 or 2034, 2035, 2036, 2037, 2038 first rounder?
Yeah, I mean, that shit's not even feasible at that point.
Yeah, no.
And then
I think if he does, it's just, I also think it's crazy to say that he goes to the Spurs because who are the Spurs going to give up?
Like, well, that's why I'm saying
are you going to give
the
up
Warriors
Fox?
have the best
Castle?
chance. No. You're not going to give any young pieces away.
You definitely don't give up Wemby.
No, you don't give up Wemby.
So it's like...
I mean, Chris Paul would probably be involved in a trade there.
Does he go to the Suns to pair up with Booker?
No, because the Suns have nothing either.
I mean, you got Booker and
no, but as far
now.
As trade capital to get
give away. Well, they just got whatever they got from the
yeah, but
Rockets.
A lot of those contracts you can't move right away.
You give Dylan Brooks and then you give.
What I'm saying is that since you just traded for those guys, you can't move them on right away.
Right, but like you said, during the middle of the season.
Yes,
so like
at
you
that
trade
point.
You trade Dylan Brooks, you trade Bradley Beal, and you trade some other role players or like another role player, and then like a couple picks, and then you get Giannis. So now you have a core of Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks. I mean, fucking Dylan Brooks.
Devin
Booker, and then Giannis.
That's still not going to win you anything.
I don't think that's a bad team though.
Yeah, but
it's better than having. Dylan Brooks
if you're in the
team.
East, yes, but not in the West. And honestly, the team that has the most to trade for Giannis would be the Warriors, because they could give up somebody
what about
like
the Pistons. What do the Pistons have?
Well, I mean, you're not going to give up Cade Cunningham.
No,
you're going to give up Malik Beasley.
I mean, he's already going to get suspended. Give him up.
Well,
now.
I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with him.
Get rid of him.
He's got some gambling allegations.
Who do they have? Dennis Schroeder still? How old is he?
Yeah, no, he's not going to be valuable. If anything, he just fills some money for like a trade. Basically. But no, like if you think about the Warriors, right? The Warriors can give up Trace Jackson Davis. They could give up Moses Moody. They can give up Jonathan Kuminga. And they can even give up somebody like Buddy Hield.
Yeah,
and
Buddy
still,
can go.
And still get Giannis back, which would still be like, even then, you're like, damn, that roster, that end of the roster is going to be very, very bleak for the Warriors.
What if the Bulls get him?
No, I don't think so. I think Giannis is going to have to. He's going to want to go to a championship contender right away, and the Bulls are not that.
What about the Hawks?
The Hawks, championship contender.
Listen, you have Trey.
You
Young,
have Trey Young,
and now you have KP, and then you just got.
Well, you also have Jason Daniels too.
Okay, and then you also have that young guy that they drafted 2 years ago, Zachary Rish.
No, yeah, but he's not gonna pan out. And honestly, he would probably be involved in any trade scenario to get Giannis. But I think Giannis is only gonna want to go to like Golden State or LA or the Heat or someone like that.
I don't know. I don't think Atlanta is a bad landing spot. They were just below 500 last year. You put Giannis on that team.
Yeah, but I don't think Trae Young stays around there either. I think once he's up, he's ready to dip.
Yeah, but I think if Giannis goes to that team, then he has a reason to stay.
No. I don't think you're better off with Atlanta than you are in Milwaukee if you're Giannis.
Yes. Would you rather pair up with Bobby Portis Jr. or Trae Young?
Yeah, but you're also like, look at the rest of your team.
Exactly. I mean, Kristaps Porzingis or Brook Lopez.
No, it's not going to work, dude. He wouldn't fit with the Hawks, I don't think, style-wise, the way they play. Because Trae Young, as much as you want to, as good as he is very ball dominant, and Giannis isn't going to be able to play off the ball like that.
Okay, so the Pistons could give up. They wouldn't give up. Their untouchables would be Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham.
Those would probably be the only two guys that are untouchable. Yeah.
So like you keep Jalen Duren as your 5 as a center. You ship off Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, and Jaden Ivey.
That's terrible, dude. That is so bad.
You
Jaden Ivey?
You throw in Tim Hardaway Jr.
Fuck no.
At 33?
No. Nope. That's what I'm saying. The Warriors have the best chance as far as asset-wise.
I mean, Dennis Schroeder is still on this team.
Yeah, but he's old.
I know he's 31.
He sucks.
He sucks.
He's all right. But I mean...
Oh, they're the ones that have Asar. They have Asar Thompson.
Yeah.
He's not even in their starting lineup.
No, I know, but I mean, he's one for the future, though. But like, that's what I'm saying is that the Warriors literally have the best, like, mix of people that can help you now and people for the future. To if they wanted to trade for Giannis, I don't know if they should. I don't think it's probably not in the best interest of the team to do so.
Yeah.
But if Curry is that dead set on winning one more, then Giannis is like probably the best piece available that you can get. Or I would have said KD would have been better for them as a fit, but that was never going to happen again.
Yeah, it's
so,
just
I don't know.
It's coming to a thin area for Giannis. I don't know where he goes.
I still think at the end of the day he probably stays with the Bucks.
I think so too, just because no team is going to want to give up that much. I mean, he's very talented. He's MVP caliber still, but he's old. You're not going to get another 10 seasons out of him.
No, I know, but I mean, like I said, it just like a circumstance wise, it would make sense for the Warriors because you would literally be giving Steph one or two more shots, probably one or two more shots at winning another ring. And I don't know how much they value that.
I mean, Giannis plays
but
MVP ball for what, 4 more years? I'd say
maybe like 3.
Yeah, so it's a small window.
It just depends. Well, and that's what I'm saying. It lines up with Curry's window too.
Yeah, Curry's got what, 2 more MVP? Well, not MVP. Well, yeah, like you can say
MVP. He's still going to be
MVP.
very effective these next few years.
I'd say 2 more out of Curry the way he's performing still.
Like Draymond's the one that you have to worry about really falling off.
Would you ship off Draymond for Giannis?
No, because they don't need to. Because there's more value in somebody like Podziemski, Kuminga, Moody. There's more value in those 3.
But what if they
younger.
want Draymond? What if that's a kicker?
No, well, you wouldn't want him because Draymond's making a lot of money too. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but he's still a good defensive piece.
Yeah, but you're not going to be.
Dame comes back, it's Dame, Bobby Portis,
right.
Brook Lopez,
but
and
you're going to pay Draymond over $30 million a year when you can get 2 to 3 players for that amount that are going to be with you for the foreseeable future. Draymond's only going to be like a one and done really with you if you get him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm saying you have Podziemski, Moody, Kuminga, and
I feel
Buddy
like Draymond is also one of those players that won't play without Steph.
He might just retire, honestly. He'll be like, I'm done.
really think so. Like,
I'm good.
He gets shipped off in a trade and he retires at the beginning of the season.
You never know. I mean, dude, once you play with Steph, that's
possible?
like...
That's possible, huh?
Well,
Like
I mean,
to
you
get
could
shipped
always
off to a
retire.
team and then retire?
Yeah, you could always retire because you have ultimate say on that. Now you won't get your money that you were
right.
supposed to, but
that team just completely
But I mean,
loses
just
out.
think about it. Like you're used to playing with
But then
Steph.
in that case, you would get like compensatory picks in the draft, no?
Right, but that doesn't really amount to anything.
Yeah, I guess.
Because they end up being second round picks, which nobody ever really is effective as a second rounder. But like, if you're Draymond, I can understand. Like, you just played like a basketball with probably the best player you could ever play basketball with for your whole career, and now you're gonna go play with
the bench of Milwaukee.
Right, exactly. So I would be like, you know what? That'd be like I'm not even going to make that comparison, but it'd be like being... Yeah, I'm not going to say that. Never mind.
Don't say it.
But yeah, like you're not down. You're like, I'd rather just go relax on the beach for the rest of my life.
Okay, so
or
aside
from
Dame and Giannis, name the like best 3 players on the Bucks.
That's hard, dude. I don't even know who they have on their roster.
They've got Andre Jackson, Kyle Kuzma. I forgot they traded for him.
Yeah, but he sucks.
Who's Chris Livingston?
Another just like a role player guy.
Brooke Lopez is making 23 mil. Jesus
I
Christ.
can't
He's
believe
making
Bobby
23?
Portis re-signed there. That's crazy.
Yeah, Bobby Portis is making 12.5.
Oh, you know who also got traded? Jordan Poole.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we've
He
totally
did get shipped off
overlooked
to
that, yeah.
the Pelicans.
Yeah.
He
Pool
went
party.
from one shit team to another.
Yeah, poor guy, man.
He won a championship and then got sent to hell.
If anybody really regrets the whole fight between him and Draymond, it's Jordan Poole. For sure.
100%. He's in purgatory.
Yeah,
now.
dude. He's and he's on the verge of if he doesn't turn up for New Orleans, that he might just be
with
a
the
career
Pelicans.
journeyman.
What do you think they do with Zion?
They give him one more chance.
You think they give him one more chance? He just can never stay healthy.
Yeah, but they also haven't done a very good job of putting a very good team around him besides CJ McCollum.
Also true.
So, and then CJ McCollum also can't stay healthy too. So
They won 21 games last year. God, that's rough.
a dumpster fire in the West. And then that's the other thing is that they're in the West.
Who's Bruce Brown? I don't even know who that is.
Bruce Brown? He's the brownest Bruce around.
He's making 23 mil a year.
Yeah, you see, sometimes you're just forced to give players contracts because you don't have anybody else to sign.
Herbert Jones, their small forward, is making 13.
Yeah. It's a
I forgot DeJounte Murray's on this team.
DeJounte Murray.
DeJounte.
Yeah. Very bleak situation there.
Didn't he also play with the Hawks?
No, he was and with the Spurs.
And the Spurs, yeah.
But yeah.
Damn, he's making 30 mil?
Well, yeah, he's one of their centerpieces, I guess.
Jordan Poole's now making 30 mil. Wow.
JP.
Shout out.
Literally, the Warriors made that guy.
Literally. And then Zion is making a whopping 37
That's wild.
That is crazy.
Yeah, the NBA is fucking a different place, my guy.
It really is. Does that wrap it up?
Yeah, I guess so. USA Soccer about to kick off right now, so we're gonna watch that. Gold Cup action. The whole world likes soccer, dude.
I don't.
Just because you don't doesn't,
That's fine. I don't.
Yeah. Loser.
Zion is under contract until the 29 season, by the way. 28 summer is when he becomes a free agent.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna get at least another year or two.
That's rough.
And then if he's
projected
I don't
to make,
think they're gonna be good.
he's projected to make 40 mil this year, 42 the next year, and 45 the year
I never
after.
got the hype on Zion.
Me neither.
I've seen
He's
guys,
just a big ass dude.
yeah, I've seen big dudes that can dunk. That's fine.
Yeah, there's a million of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Have you guys never seen a big guy that can dunk before? It's not.
I've
that
seen
impressive.
it plenty of times. As a matter
You
of
know what
fact,
mean?
I see it.
That's
on
what
TV
Ace
more.
Bailey reminds me of.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Ace Bailey's so much better.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's just there's only
It's
so
just
much that
so
can
easy
do for you.
It's so easy to say this now because we know what Zion is now in the league. But coming out of college, he was a generational prospect.
Yeah, which
He went to where? Didn't he go to?
he went to Duke.
Oh, he went to Duke. I thought he went to Kentucky.
No, he went to Duke. We've seen these high flyers, dude. They don't work out.
Yeah, he was the first overall 5-6 years ago now.
It's something that teams should really look at.
He also kind of got the.
If all you can do is dunk, it's not gonna work.
I think if he doesn't pan out, he gets the Luka treatment, just to where they ship him off, and their reason is, oh, he gained too much weight.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's not one to shy away from a buffet. We'll say that.
Do you think Zion is one of those players that teams want though?
No.
So because I feel like a team that could use him right now would be like the Hornets.
Which is fine. But
But
he's
it's
not really improving his situation, though.
Right, but I was about to say, if you're New Orleans, are you asking a lot for him in return?
Yes.
I don't think so, just because of how much he's making. So
the
weight off your shoulders
but at the
is
same
his
time,
contract.
Right. So if you're offloading $40 million, right?
So it's you're not in a position to ask for a lot more because they're already taking on that $40 million.
Yeah. But you're still gonna have to take some cap back. A team whoever's gonna trade for him is gonna be
because you can't give up Lonzo. You're not going to give up.
And you can't just give up Zion for nothing.
Right.
Because another team is going to say, look, we'll take him, but you're going to have to take this dead money on these players.
So you give up that Knuppel guy and then hope for the best from Zion? If you're Charlotte?
I just don't think there's...
Because I feel like Charlotte is actually a really good fit for someone like Zion right now. Like he's a player
Well,
that has
I
something
could
to
see,
prove,
like,
and
a
Charlotte
better-
is a team that has something to prove.
No, I know, but a better fit for someone like Zion would be like I don't know, maybe like
Suns?
someone like Detroit. You know what I mean?
Pistons.
Like somebody that you already have your point guard situation settled, and you just need somebody to run with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like Duran is good, but I mean he's not like he's very limited as to what he can do. He's just gonna like
he's
rim
still
run.
young. He's what, 22?
Yeah, but he's just gonna rim run and rebound. That's all he's gonna do for you.
Dude, how has Zion been in the league for 6 years and he's only 24?
Well, because that's what happens when you go to Duke and you get drafted when you're 18 years old.
It's insane.
That's what the same thing that Cooper Flag's gonna be at. It's gonna be the same age.
Yeah. Well, like
You know, it happens.
NFL comparison would be like Kyle Pitts. He's been in the league for 5 years and he's only 24.
Right.
He was drafted at 19, I think.
Yeah, that's crazy,
It's insane.
especially for NFL standards.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was, or was he 19 or was he, I think he had like just turned 20 right when the draft happened.
Yeah, which is, I mean, dude, if you're not even old enough to have a beer and you're getting drafted into the NFL, that says something.
Dude, that's crazy. Cooper Flag is going to be hanging around with a bunch of 36-year-olds.
Yep.
Like Kyrie, that's what I was going to say earlier. Like, it's insane to me that like Kyrie tore his ACL in March? And I saw him walking around with Cooper Flag, like greeting him and everything. Like it was nothing. Like if the ACL injury never happened.
Well, I mean, that's just like modern
like,
medicine now.
No, it's crazy. And I mean, like he had pants on, so you can't really tell if he had a brace on or not.
Right.
I would imagine he did have a brace on.
I'm sure he does.
But he's walking around like he doesn't have a brace on.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's walking around so confidently. And I'm just like, I think it's so insane. Like athletes never fail to amaze me at how fast they recuperate.
Yeah, that's why when you were saying like, oh, Jason Tatum, not going to be the same. I'm like, dude, he's probably going to be fine.
The thing I was saying
It's
is
just
like,
going to take time.
when is the next time we see this core together? And we just saw it. Like I said it, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, or shit, maybe like over a month ago now since when it happened. We're like, the next time we see this Boston core, it's going to look different. And sure enough, they already shipped off KP and they already shipped off Drew Holiday. And there's rumors that they might ship off Jaylen Brown. So it's like, it's going to be Tatum, Derek White, and who?
They stay with Jaylen Brown because they got rid of Kristaps.
Right. I think so too. But
And we talked about that. I think we said if Kristaps moves on, then that means
Jaylen
Brown will stay, and then Derek White will also probably stay.
Because like Jaylen Brown's going to be your number one option on that team.
Right.
And then Derek White will be your two.
Right.
And then I feel like Peyton Pritchard has room to move into the starting lineup.
Well, that or, I mean, they can also go sign someone on the vet minimum too. So.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest move was them moving on from Kristaps.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
there was no way that they could keep White, Kristaps, Brown, and Tatum.
Yeah. And then Drew Holiday too. He's an all-star defensive player.
He's also towards the end of his career too. So.
Yeah, like offensively, you're not getting much out of him, but defensively, you're still getting a lot out of him. It's like a Draymond situation.
Yeah, but Boston has also shown that they are leaning more towards being an offensive team.
Yeah, because they shoot.
Yeah, they shoot
60 threes a night.
A bunch of threes, yeah. So they can benefit from having just another knockdown shooter compared to some guy that's just going to either guard the one or two all the time.
Right. Okay.
But,
Well, I think that rounds out episode 18 of the Sideline Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode. I know it was a banger like always. I do apologize about the 2-week hiatus that we took, but we're going to be back to regular schedule. We're going to pre-record an episode next week just because I go out of town very soon, and I will be out for the weekend, which is usually when we record and when we post. So it'll be like a trivia episode. I got some stuff lined up, Chris. I'm gonna excite you, and I'm gonna get your bones tingling.
Jesus.
Yeah, with some trivia, maybe some games.
I didn't know my bones could tinkle.
Well, I'm gonna make them
That's
tingle.
kind of crazy, dude.
I'm
I'm
make
excited.
them tingle.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm gonna talk to them personally and say, "Why don't you tingle for me?" We will see you guys next week, and we are out. Peace.